because here's a better bonfire. And I'm going to warn you right now, to your left is a sister. And I know that that's going to be a sister. Do you see her wiggling over there?
I see something.
You remember that I told you that this was a thing a while ago?
I don't remember.
I mentioned it, and you said, holy shit, can we go there now? Can we meet her now?
Well,
Hi.
From what faraway age?
The
I love
only
you.
one in the game.
Scent is very human indeed.
The only talking mushroom. And yes, so
Princess
she has a name,
Dusk's
and she'll tell you what it is. Give it a second.
Thine
But she's like, oh, you saved
such
Dusk.
she described.
Does she
You're
have no
exactly
arms?
the way she is. Yeah, she is different. She has no arms or legs, and she's growing out of, not the ground, but out of like that wall/tree area over there.
Why?
Because she's the same as the other mushrooms, but this is far enough in the past because you've traveled through time.
I'm saying yes to anything she wants.
Yeah, that's fine.
I am Elizabeth.
Well, she asked, can you help her
of this
again?
sanctuary.
And this is Elizabeth, that's her name.
Godmother to
She's
Princess
pretty
Dusk.
good.
I shall assist thee to my utmost. For I am one with the sorceries of Urusei.
Yeah, and she's a sorcerer.
Magic mushroom.
Yep,
Awesome.
you can buy things, you can buy a lot from her.
Okay,
actually.
I can just buy this stuff whenever I want now.
Yes, she is the only
Okay.
shopkeep, I think, that does that. So let's read all of these, basically.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Ancient sorcery of the lost land of Ulasil. So you're in Ulasil right now. It's
Okay.
a lost land because it was destroyed like thousands of years before Dark Souls normally takes place. So you're in Ulasil right now.
Okay, so this is a before time when things weren't shitty zombie land everywhere.
Yes, actually, that is exactly what
Okay.
this is.
Did they make these DLCs to respond to fan
There's
feedback
only
of
one
this
DLC,
game is
by the
ugly?
way. No, I don't think so.
Because
They
it feels
made it
like
to be slightly different from what normal Dark Souls
yeah,
is.
because normal Dark Souls is ugly and depressing and bad. So they just hear all that and just like, well, we'll throw you some bones.
No, not really, but you know. So you were pulled back in time by that hand that grabbed you and dragged you into that fucking
Right,
hole.
time
though.
tooth
Yeah.
hand.
Ancient sorcerer of the land of Ulasil turns right weapon invisible. Not a simple augmentation, making it dependent on the skill of its caster. An example of the capacity of Ulasil sorceries to control light.
So why does my
Ulasil-
weapon have to be invisible?
Ulasil is almost exclusively light-based magic.
Okay.
And most of light-based stuff is either becoming really, really harshly lit or making things invisible, which is kind of cool. This is just a spell that makes your right weapon invisible. If you were invading and you cast this, people wouldn't know what the hell you were holding.
Doesn't help me
Doesn't
too much.
help you here at all.
Buying it.
Okay, hidden body. Ancient sorcery of the lost land of Ulasil turns body nearly invisible. Although perfect invisibility is unachievable due to the risk of dissipation, the caster need only stand still for a moment to blend into environments and with astounding camouflage.
Buying it.
It's actually not environments, it's environs.
That's such a weird word. I don't know why
It's
people
so
say
strange.
it.
Ancient sorcery of the lost land of Ulasil. Cast a bright light upon your surroundings. This light-producing sorcery is elementary, but nonetheless demonstrates the achievements in mysticism of Ulasil. Such magic has not been developed, even in Vinheim.
Yeah, fuck those guys. Buying this.
Ancient sorcery of the lost land of Ulasil. I'm going to stop reading that line because it's the same for everything. Repair equipped weapons and armor. This sorcery was a part of everyday life in Ulasil. Its effects resemble repair powder, which must have found its way into the culture of this lost land.
Got it. That might be useful.
This should be your last one, and it's transform into something inconspicuous. A separate stealth spell from hidden body. A skilled stealth sorcerer must be aware of his or her surroundings, and of which objects are prime candidates for imitation. This is Chameleon. If you cast Chameleon, you turn into, like, pots and statues and garbage in
Neat.
an area.
Oh,
And she sells an ivory catalyst.
fancy that up.
Sorcery catalyst of the... whatever. Formed by enchanted white bark branches. The white bark boosts sorcery adjustment, but the sorceries of this lost land are gentle and not affected by intelligence. This is so when you cast sorceries from Ulasil, they do not go off of your intelligence.
Okay,
I
because
don't
they're
remember
utility
what they
spells
go off
anyways.
of. Yeah, they might not go off of anything, to be totally and completely honest. I can't remember. Talk to her some more.
See
Yeah.
further on, an abyss was begat of the ancient
So-
beast.
Remind me, like, she grows out of this and doesn't have hands because no reason?
Came to stop this.
The mushrooms just don't do that yet, I guess, would be the best way to put it. She herself just chooses not to, maybe. She is probably exactly the same as all of the other mushrooms, but she does not walk around. She chooses to stay here.
Oh, okay.
Or it's so early on that the mushrooms haven't developed the need for arms and legs yet. But
Sure.
that's still unclear.
So she was saying something about the abyss.
Yeah, hit it, talk again, and let's make sure that she...
See further on.
Okay.
Well, she's just saying, look further
Was
on.
begat of the ancient beast.
There's an
Threatens to
abyss.
swallow the whole of Ulasil.
The abyss
begat
was
of the
made by a
ancient
beast.
beast. Yep.
Came to stop this.
Like it birthed it out.
So a beast occurred, and it
Without doubt,
sort of
was
created the
swallowed
abyss,
by
and then
the beast.
Artorias was like, oh, I'm going to
Overcome by
stop
its
it.
utter blackness.
But he's going to be swallowed
Indeed,
by it anyway.
The abyss may be unstoppable.
You remember who Artorias is, right? You're wearing his ring, I'm pretty sure.
Princess
Am I?
may be
Yeah.
rescued yet.
And Dusk was taken by whatever beast created the abyss. And also, may the flames guide thee. Which is great, because... Like, that's... Oh, God. That saying is... There are a bunch of different characters who say things like that. So sit down real fast. By the way, we are well into this session where we are using different opening art. Mm-hmm. Do you wish that retroactively we had created that art a little bit earlier on so that we could have art of her in the openings now?
Sort of. But, I mean, we stuck with the original opening for, like, more than half the series.
We needed to have changed that.
You say
earlier.
we,
Oh,
but
I
it's
needed
me
to.
who does it.
Okay,
I'm the
fine.
one who does the art.
Go ahead and push forward. by the
I
way.
just don't like this game, so I didn't want to draw it again. But
Uh,
it was like, oh, well, I have to. I'll make it fun for myself. And I just tried to make it fun for myself.
So these torches, by the way, if you look at those real quick, are like weird magic torches that use Ulasil magic to be here.
Okay.
I wanted to point that
Okay.
out. They look a lot like the shining flowers from the forest.
Yeah.
In
Is that
fact,
what those are?
yeah, and in fact, you don't recognize it, but you have been on this bridge as well. This whole area is a reversed version of the forest.
Oh, so they didn't have to make any new maps?
No, it's the forest, but they've added things and sort of changed a handful of stuff around a little bit so that it's not super easy. It's supposed to be...
Is this
It's
weird
just plants, yeah.
Okay, it was a weird look.
This is the Royal Woods. It's supposed to be the forest,
Okay,
but
so...
it's a past
Oh,
version
hello.
of it.
What the fuck?
Do you recognize these guys?
No.
You might get to know them a little bit better if you see them more, and trust me, you're going to see them more.
They're scarecrows.
Yeah, they're scarecrows. They were attacking you with...
Wow, they...
Oh yeah, they get kicked super easy.
They don't
their
fuck
ragdolls
around.
are all over the place. They use, I think it's
Go.
like
There you go.
spears, but then you'll also see them with pitchforks and loppers. Sometimes, like a big pair of scissors.
Hedge clippers.
Yeah, well, they're called loppers. But
No,
yeah,
they're
sure.
not. You've done this before, offline.
You mean off cam?
Yeah, IRL.
Yeah,
And
where you keep arguing with me over the terms of tools that
Who
you
says
in your
lopper?
life never used and you don't know what they are. at all.
Lopper, though?
Lopper.
Okay, guys, you might not know this, but Josh also calls remote controls clickers. I think he's just like this.
No.
Like, his family just doesn't know the
But
words
they've
for
got a
things.
bunch of tools for
Gardening?
they're like gardening on their backs, yeah.
So they're like garden golems.
Yes. Explicitly, they are golems that are brought about by Ulasil magic to... Well, you don't know it yet,
Oh.
but yeah, they're just keeping hedges, basically. Yeah, and the stone golems, the not fucked up version of the stone golems. They're not ancient stone golems anymore, these are actual stone golems.
I'm not doing very
Yeah,
much
good
damage.
luck fighting these guys. Oh, God. He might not give you a chance to do that. Also, their weapons are really, really good. Like, it should be kind of obvious, but...
Okay, that did, like, nothing.
They have that. You want to watch out for that. That is their big attack that you definitely want to watch out for. Because when they go overhead and they slam down and then you see the weapon stick, you know that they're going to do the one where they pull it back up immediately after that. And it does so much fucking damage. Just the 1-2 off of that.
This guy, I need to kill him.
I should point out that there's, I think, like a dozen of them in here.
And they respawn, I'm sure.
And they totally respawn.
Well, I killed one, so I know I can. And that's important. So,
Yeah.
Is this an area I should recognize?
I don't know if you're going to recognize it, but if you turn and look at the bridge connecting these two bits together, I'm pretty sure that, and I could be wrong, but I think that's the bridge that you fight the Moonlight Butterfly on.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that. Everything here is something that you should probably recognize, but for some weird reason, things are kind of like... That's a pit, by the way.
Bottomless, nothing down there pit?
There's an elevator that is attached to that, but you can't pull it up just yet.
Oh. Hello.
Yeah, but...
DLC item?
Yeah, Guardian Gauntlets. The everything in here is supposed to be something that you would potentially recognize, because the realization is that the lost land of Ulasil is kind of a human, like, country or nation that is, like, partially sort of attached to Lordran, which is it's weird, because it's considered lost because people don't know where the fuck it was, and it's like, haha, it was here the whole time. Like, down your street.
I've kind of gotten turned around on where an actual...
You're headed back
exit.
towards the first door. You're headed back towards the
right.
entrance. So, just left from here is where you want to go, roughly.
Here.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, no, it's a lot of forest. At least it's well lit this time.
I would try and avoid having confrontations with the stone golems if I were you, but that's...
Yeah, I'm gonna. But there's an awful lot of everything right now.
There is a way to kind of path through here where they don't fuck with you the entire way you go through. Or the entire time, rather.
Yeah, but that's not happening right now.
Yeah, if you want, I can tell you what it is, basically.
I can jump down here.
If you survive, or if you die, or whatever. If you have to do this again. The golems will totally jump down here again, by the way.
I need to heal.
Yeah, you're going to want to heal. You've got 2 golems on your ass. And they're doing the big one. And you're dead.
There was an item. I needed it. It turned out to be moss.
Yeah, do not pick up the items that drop off of those guys. They are worthless. You also just dropped like 40,000 souls and 10 humanity.
Great.
And this is not...
a boosted
it's
bonfire.
5. Yeah, you're going to have to pop some humanities if you want it. I don't know if you're actually going to be able to pick up those 10 and take them again. I think they're just gone now.
Well, I can get the souls, or at least I can get my bearings again.
If you can figure out where the hell you're supposed to go, yeah. This DLC opens with literally just, here's a forest.
At least it looks nice. It's well lit, and it's pretty.
So the slightly easier way to do this, by the way, you're always going to have to kill these 2 guys, because they're
not that bad.
They always proc the moment you walk into the area. You're going to want to hug the right wall. You're already walking the wrong way. Hug the right wall.
Do we get lore for those trees that are alive?
Which trees that are alive?
The ones where I killed one and spared the other? The distinguished gentleman.
No. Yeah, no, you don't. The weird living trees that just kind of spin around sometimes.
Yeah.
Follow this little ravine across. Follow along the back of the building and just keep following this ravine. Keep it on your right-hand side.
The back?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You've been here before.
Yeah, but like this is what you meant.
Yeah, it keeps you outside of enemy range because all of the enemies are farther into the forest. But if you walk along basically with your right hand on the wall of the building, then you don't have to worry about it. It's that whole always stick to the right when you go through a maze thing. If you stick to the right here, you don't run into anything. Your souls are a little bit farther in, though, so you're going to have to be aware of that.
Yeah.
I do not believe they are here. I think they are... There they are.
I think I can get it.
Yeah.
I've got fewer things following me.
Yep, and you really only
I
have
got
to
my
deal
10.
with these guys. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go down here, I guess.
Oh, you didn't have to, but yeah. This, I think, is the next progression.
Hello.
Progression area.
Do I talk to
No,
that?
he just wanted to show off. Do not stop to pick things up.
Fuck off.
If he hits the ground and you don't see him take another swing, don't stand in
Wow.
front of him.
That was
'Cause-
bullshit, though.
Because he's going to swing on you again, and if he's not swinging, that means his axe is in the ground and he's going to do, like, double damage on you.
Fuck.
Yeah, good try.
Wow. I wasn't sure what I was seeing at first because it's been so long since I've seen
so
one.
be careful, you're very close to the abyss.
Am I?
Sort of. Keep moving, the golems are still following you.
Is this a thing?
They're literally right behind you.
It's the stuff I can
Yeah, they don't
destroy.
drop
They're
anything.
crystals?
They're no, not really. Oh, there's one of the ones with scissors. See, the stone golems are going to keep following you, so you're going to
Wow.
want to. Yeah, you were
What's up here?
you were going a little bit too slow, so they were able to stick to you the entire time.
Is this an area I should be in?
I don't know. This is totally up to you to explore and figure out.
Um,
The only reason I helped
this
you find
looks-
your souls was because I didn't want you to lose 40,000 souls. But to be honest, I don't know. This whole area is supposed to be wrecked and broken and falling the fuck apart.
I mean,
because
most of the game
the
is.
abyss has rolled through here and just eaten the ground, basically.
How does that work?
The abyss is like a physical object that exists, so when it comes up here, it just starts taking up the ground with it because it starts from the underground. You remember where the abyss is in modern day, right?
Yeah,
Where
and
it's
under
just like
the sunken
it's,
city.
It's like a
They
pure
flooded
black
it.
void that just sits there. There's a guy following you. He's coming up. Oh wait, no, are these the these are the ones. If you look around, well, you've got about 1 million guys chasing you down now. But if you look
Yeah.
around, there's some that are they're walking around with their big hedge clippers out and they're clipping the trees.
I don't
like
know
they're
which
actively
fucking
doing
way I'm
work.
supposed to go.
You might have hit a dead end. You might be dead. Oh no, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, go inside that building. There's probably an elevator or something. Yeah, that's an elevator. Stand on it.
Okay, is there anything else up
No,
here
no,
first?
that's it. That's it. There you go.
All right.
It doesn't matter anyway. If it's an elevator, stand on it and take it down and then take it back up. Just
I mean, that's a good point.
make sure you get it, you know. Let's see. There's...
A
I
boss
think you want to go
door.
right here.
Yeah, let me see what the rest of everything looks like.
I don't think there's anything else over here. No, don't do that. Take a
No.
right.
Don't look at this message.
Okay, I guess you can look at the best. I was just saying, don't go through the boss door just yet.
I know. I'm not going through there.
Okay,
Fuck
okay,
it.
Fine. There's not an illusory wall here. That is a lie.
All right then.
That is 100% a lie. Yeah, you want to take that bridge.
Got it.
And
I'm just gonna read every
there's a
message.
gentleman here.
Oh, I saw the candles and I didn't see the dude.
So
Weakness, despair.
just look at him, like move your camera a little bit so you can get a better picture of him if you can, or
He is
pull out your
legion. He doesn't
binoculars.
forgive. He doesn't forget.
No, it's totally not. So he's got like the weird jester's mask on and the top hat and like the leather stuff going on. And if you look at the stuff he's got with him, it's a candelabra and he's got an actual baggage. Like he came in with a suitcase. He is clearly from the future. You are too. Don't forget, you got grabbed by a thing and pulled back in time.
Yeah.
He's clearly from farther in the future than you are.
Okay, Mr. Steampunk.
It's important to point out that this game's DLC was in production when they were doing concepts for Bloodborne, which is a
Okay.
game done by FromSoft that's a Souls-like game that takes place in what is effectively Victorian England.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to him.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, it's not actually
Yes.
England. It's a
Snatched
fake
by a
country, but
shadowy
still.
limb And dragged off to the past.
Yeah. Do I lie to him?
No, talk to him normal. He's not a
Yes, of
bad guy, don't worry
course.
about it.
I mean,
Exactly
everyone's a
what happened
bad
to
guy
me.
in this game.
We are both strangers
Well,
in this.
almost
strange
everyone.
land.
He's like, yeah, it happened to me
At
too.
least now
Fuck
there are
that.
two of us.
Why did you get dragged in? Did you save someone from some crystals?
He might have. I don't think it's ever
you're gonna sell
fully
me
explained.
moss? You're
But
gonna
yeah,
sell
he'll-
me
he'll
shit
sell
from
you all sorts of
just
shit.
that's piled up on a bunch of scarecrows?
This is probably just the stuff he's been picking up too. And then he's
I
also
mean,
got alluring skulls and Lloyd's talismans.
He's got a
and
bunch of utility. Oh, you can just
handful of other things.
okay. I can just
Yeah.
buy those from this guy. How
They're
many
like
people has he
10,000
killed?
apiece. Probably a lot. He is if he is a hunter,
Did you happen
which is
across
what the
Night
Bloodborne
Artorias?
stuff is.
The legendary
Oh.
Abyss
Mm-hmm.
Walker from the old tales.
Yeah, so he knows about
If
the
you
Abyss
haven't,
Walker stuff
just
too.
as well. He's a
Okay.
colorless sort, if you ask me.
This guy's name, by the way, I don't know if he's probably not going to introduce himself right away. His name's Chester,
Okay.
which is such a modern name.
Yeah, well, I don't like him. He seems pretentious. I know he's from the future, but he still
Hit
seems
that, by the way.
pretentious, and I don't like him. He's got a pretentious voice. He's got the
So,
mask. It's...
I'm going to blow your mind. Walk
What?
out that door and pull to the left. Left. And then follow that ridge
What are you doing
to the
to
left.
me?
No, other way. Sorry, to the right. There we go, that way. Until you hit the wall. Keep the wall on your left-hand side this time. Hint, hint. And walk back to your bonfire, because you just unlocked the first elevator in that area, and it takes you from almost right at the start here down there. There are very few bonfires in this DLC. There are plenty of them, but there's a lot of going back on. No, pull to the left. Left. You're gonna hit a big drop instead.
Oh,
There's a
God.
path to go down.
Here we go.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't mean to
Alright.
backseat, but it's like this area is actually really confusing. I know it is.